Thank you very much. I'm Rolf-Dieter Lafrenz. I'm founder and CEO of Cargonexx. We're basically doing the same business as Instafreight, but Cargonexx is going one step further. What we do is, well, basically it's true. What we do, we are the first company, startup in the trucking business, who's creating artificial intelligence and is building an intelligent network. And this will lead to much further effectiveness in the trucking market than any other solution. And mass effectiveness leads to less traffic, less pollution, and less costs. And this is not only our opinion. Many experts in the industry calls us the future of trucking. We've won many prizes, and the traction is amazing. Let me share with you the market. We have 100 billion more than the guys. Boston Consulting says that the logistics is the next big thing to disrupt. And why is that? It's simply huge. This is just trucking in the European Union. It's fragmented on both sides. There are literally hundreds of thousands of players on both sides. And it's very old-fashioned. So we still have faxes seen in this business. So what are the big value drivers? It's transaction cost. That's what we've seen in the presentation before. We do it as well. But the big driver is the inefficiency of the trucks. 40% of the long-haul trucks you can see on the motorways run empty. 40% of the capacity. That's the point we are focusing on. And we believe that you can only solve this problem with data intelligence. And we need this data intelligence to form what we call an intelligent network. And how does that work? First, basically it's the same idea. We have automated all transports and all transaction in the transport. That's what doing many startups as well. But the big idea, the big one, is the artificial intelligence. And to understand it, you need to understand the nature of the business. We're talking about long-haul transport. This is the big trucks on the motorway, and this is a long-distance pitch, and it's a one-direction pitch. So they don't return. They go from A to B, and the next day from B to C, and the next day from C to D, and the next day from D to E. So you need to plan to have low empty runs, low empty kilometers. You have to plan 5 days in advance. The problem is you don't know your shipments 5 days in advance. Because the shipments, it's a short-term business, are coming 1 or 2 days in advance only. So there's a lag. And the dispatchers today, they close the lag with gut feeling, experience. It's just hoping and guessing. And what we do is we have built a self-learning algorithm which can predict prices and capacities in advance. And what we do is we combine single tours in advance to tour combinations with less empty kilometers in it. So we increase the utilization of the trucks. And that's the difference in the market. There are some trucking startups as well. We are the first ones with data intelligence, but this is just the starting point for us. Our vision goes further. We want to build the first autonomous dispatching system in the trucking industry so that loads are automatically and directly matched and turned over to the fitting trucks. And once, let us think 5, 7 years further from now, then we will have autonomous trucks. And our vision is to fit the world of autonomous trucks and the world of autonomous dispatching together to have a completely autonomous trucking ecosystem. And this will be unbeatable in effectiveness, in less traffic, less pollution, and less cost. So traction is high because less cost is what the shippers love. We are 18 months in the market. We have already more than 70,000 trucks in our network. And turnover is around 1 million per month, strongly fast growth. And we have positive unit economics, so we're ready to scale up in the big game in Europe. And the market size, as I said, is 315 billion. Every expert in the industry who is thinking in digital dimensions says that the big part of this market volume will shift to platforms in the next 5 to 7 years. So I don't know where we will end, but it can be a very large case. Gross margin in the industry, 15% is possible, and earnings are like a digital marketplace as well. So it can be a very big thing. We are totally different from any other startups. We have up to now no institutional investor. It's just my family and friends. No, not my family, but my friends. So private investors. But we plan a Series A or Series B, what you name it, by the end of this year to grow up in Europe and to build up the first or the leading technology, artificial intelligence in transport. And this has led to many, many prizes in the industry because the combination of digitization, automation, and artificial intelligence will solve the problem. And solve the problem, to remind it, means as well less trucks on the road, less pollution, and yeah, that's the goal. Thank you.